Good morning. We're gonna uh, we're gonna listen to the Holy Spirit by Francesca Battistelli. To start, enjoy. It's an invitation for the presence of God to be among us.
There's nothing worth more that could ever come close. Nothing can compare. You're our living hope. Your presence, Lord. I've tasted and seen of the sweetest of loves, where my heart becomes free and my shame is undone. Your presence, Lord. Holy Spirit, you are welcome here. Come flood this place and fill the atmosphere. Your glory, God,
the the screen says, "Who do you say that I am?" And it's a suggested or familiar-ish picture of Jesus. And this is from a scene in Matthew. When Jesus came to the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked the disciples, who do people say the Son of Man is? And it's the most important question. How you respond to that, where you place the answer to that, identifies your relationship to God, to humanity. It is an important question. I am. Two of the most powerful words, for what you put after them shapes your reality. That's why, who do you say Jesus is an important question. He is. And then because of that, I am. What am I? And the disciples replied, some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and still others Jeremiah or one of the prophets. And then Jesus says, but what about you? What do you say? Who do you say I am? Excuse me. And this is a Quaker saying, what canst thou say? The question is, we know what's written in scriptures. We know what's been said about what's written in scriptures. What are you saying? What do you have to say? What is your voice? What is your message? What is your witness? What is your testimony? This is what Jesus is asking of the disciples. And Simon Peter answered, you are the Messiah, the Son of the living God. And Jesus said, blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And this is also a well-used Quaker meme for some reason. Not the words, but the picture. Well done, my dear. You deserve a cookie. You, sir, deserve a cookie. And then Jesus goes on to say, and I tell you that you are Peter. Simon one verse, Peter the next. And on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it. Jesus names Simon Peter the rock. What God says about me, what God says about you is you are loved, you are valued, you are beautiful, you are forgiven, you are God's masterpiece, you are redeemed and set free. We have lots of names. I have been called lots of things, but none of them are as important as who God says I am. And then Jesus continues. He says, because of this, I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. And then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. You just figure this out, don't tell anybody. From that time on, Jesus began to explain to his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer many things at the hands of the elders, the chief priests, and the teachers of the law, and that he must be killed and on the third day be raised to life. Not what you want to hear. Found this great guy, I'm learning a lot, my life is changing, and I hope it's for the better, and I hope it means all of the ups and downs, the level of the road will be even and flat and smooth. And Jesus is saying, ain't gonna be that way. Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him, and because this is how we do it. That ain't gonna happen to you. And I sort of want to stop here, because I think this is an important piece for us. 10 things Jesus never said. You are too far gone to be saved. There is no level of depravity to which Jesus is not willing to venture to meet you exactly where you're at. Jesus never said, I am so disappointed in you. He did say mockingly to the disciples several times, O ye of little faith. Small faith. There is nothing we can do to separate ourselves from the love of God. Jesus never said, this wouldn't be happening if you were a better Christian. We talked a little bit on Wednesday at Bible study that you weren't at about faith and prayer and what it means to have faith in the face of certain death. And on Wednesday I told this story. I was driving around in West Lafayette while I was in college and listening to somebody on the radio, and a man called in and he was clearly distraught and said that he was asking questions about faith and prayer, and his mother had cancer and she was going to die and it was going to happen within the week, and he was hoping for an about face in her condition. And he said, I have prayed and I prayed and I prayed. And the person hosting the show said, and you have gotten your answer. Jesus said in the passage we were looking at, it's going to get difficult. It's going to be hard. And as he reasoned this out, we're no better Christian than Jesus. Jesus never said it's okay not to love certain people. He did, however, say, love your enemy, pray for those who persecute you, love your neighbor. And when he was asked, who is my neighbor? He said, those people you've condemned to hell, those people are your neighbor. Jesus never said everyone should believe and act like I do, or you do. None of us are the same. It would be very boring if everyone believed and acted like I did. It might be ultimately unproductive. We need all kinds. I sat in a meeting this past Wednesday and just was overwhelmed by the amount of capacity and determination in that room. Jesus never said it's all up to you. He did say it's important for you to do some work. Faith without works is dead. But he didn't say you have to do everything. He didn't say you were the only one going to be working. Part of a faith relationship is trusting that God is at work in people who are not like you, who are doing different things than you, whose focus is maybe a little off from yours. God's working there as well. Jesus never said you don't have to forgive someone who really hurt you. He did say you have to forgive 7 times 70, or 490 times. forgiveness is a process that allows us to live. My forgiveness frees me. My forgiving you frees me. Jesus forgiving me frees me. Jesus never said, you missed my will for your life. Sorry, not till the end. Jesus never said, while we are moving, living, and breathing, while he was moving, living, and breathing, you missed my will for your life. Because you're never too far gone to be saved. You're never too far gone to have a relationship with God. And because Jesus is not disappointed in you, there's always hope, always opportunity, always options to claim your gifts, your path, your ministry, your voice, your testimony. Jesus never said, I've given up on you. This one's harder, but it is one that it is important to be reminded of, because Jesus has never given up on us, and I deeply feel that. We cannot give up on each other. And number 10, Jesus never said, this is a cross you must bear alone. What stubborn fools we are sometimes to think that we are responsible for it all. When my mother was headed to her doctorate program at the University of Virginia, the year Kristen and I got married, she needed help financially, and she hesitatingly asked for help, and somebody said to her, money is the easiest thing for God to provide. We are so determined, stubbornly, foolishly determined to be independent and self-sufficient that we miss out on so many opportunities for God to knit something beautiful together. Ten things Jesus never said. It's going to be easy. He did say, my burden is easy and light. But there's going to be struggle and suffering. You're too far gone to be saved. Jesus never said, I'm so disappointed in you. He's never said this wouldn't be happening if you were a better Christian. He never said it's okay not to love certain people. He never said it was everyone should believe and act like you do. He never said it was all up to you. He never said you don't have to forgive someone who really hurt you, and he never said you missed my will for your life. He never said I've given up on you, and he has never said this is a cross you must bear alone. This didn't happen. Here's my heart, Lord.
Here's my heart, Lord.